So I've decided to go, and I'll just use some of the cars that I personally like the most, but just in general, like without any classes or anything. But first, I'll go ahead and do my wheel spins, and hopefully I get lucky. Let's see, and so close. But I don't know, maybe that car is good, and I still have a super wheel spin, so could get lucky with that. Hopefully I get a Forza car, because I haven't got one of those in a while. It's the first time I've seen the Hummer. Alright, so yeah, I just honestly want to drive the cars that I like the most, and some of my favorite cars. And this is one of them. Not all of the cars most of the cars that I like aren't too expensive. Like most of them are like less than $1 million. Other than like this one. This one's like 4 million. I think this was like the only car that I actually saved up to get. But yeah, I just wanted to go through and show some of my favorite cars. And I would say, like, probably, honestly, and it's going to be a little biased with my favorite, it's probably the Aventador. And 100% biased. And I think there's a better version that you get than the one you can buy. I think there's a better version in the wheel spin. But I haven't got lucky enough. I haven't been lucky to get it. So I've been stuck. Well, I'm not stuck with, but I have the regular one. And honestly, it's probably my favorite car. With 100% bias, because I really like the Aventador. I also like this too. I think yeah, a little biased to the Aventador, but it handles great and it has a super high top speed. Like I'll show it here. Like look, 10, everything except for handling and braking. So yeah, the car is fast. I like this one too. Just this one I like for more short races than the Aventador. I like the Aventador for longer races than this. But yeah, I would say I'm just going to go through. And this, I'm just going to go through and race some of my favorite cars. So it'll be this, the Aventador, and a couple others. Honestly, there's not, I don't remember most. Like, I'm going to have to look through. The Exige is one. And hopefully I'm not butchering the name. It's by Lotus. I like that car. Like, not every car I'll race in this will be a hypercar or even a supercar. Like, the Lotus car that I'm talking about is a sports car. But I do enjoy that. So, yeah, I'll probably end up doing 3 or 4 races. So, yeah. Also, these races help me. These will help me get some money. Because I do want to try that Bugatti. I keep forgetting the right stick and back. I do want to get that Bugatti at some point just to test it. The main reason I'm honestly not buying it, I haven't been trying, like I haven't bought it yet, is one, I wanted this car, and two, I want to get more cars. I'll probably go through upgrade heroes, but I want to get more cars that can be like, they can have the engines changed, or you can get an upgraded turbo, which probably is not the right word, but that have more big changes to the car, more monstrous changes to them. So I don't know. I have to see. I'm probably gonna have to go through upgrade heroes and just see what I want to get. I know I have the Skyline and stuff. I might end up doing those. The only reason I haven't upgraded the Skylines is because I wasn't sure which one was the best. And even I think I went through and looked and was like I didn't really like the stats, so I didn't upgrade any of them. But I don't know, I might go back and change it after, or I might go back now and look through and see which one's the best. But yeah, this is definitely of the cars that I like the most. This is definitely the most expensive by far. I think back to what I was saying earlier, I don't think many of them are over $1 million, and this one is 4.5. It's 4.5 million. So this one I think is by far the most expensive. Also, there's a couple, I'll probably end up doing 3, honestly, because I don't want it to be like 10 minutes of me driving, some cars. But yeah, on the list of my favorites, I don't know where, I'm gonna actually look after this race and see. This one's probably top 3. I would say the Aventador is 1. And I don't know what would be 2. This would be, I don't know, I have to look. I do really like the Lotus. I don't know, I'll have to look to see what I think is top 3. But yeah. That's this one. I like this car. I would say is great for short races. I don't really like using it in long runs. Long ones. Like this was not a good. This was not a good car, or not a good race to use this car in, because that like this is exactly what I mean. I don't like using it in long races. But extra wheel spin. Will we win? That is the question. Will it be a car? Will it be something good? Nope. I'll take that. I'll take that. Also, I don't really care about customization in this game. All the like avatars look very weird in this game. None of them look right. But yeah, I don't know why I keep doing that. I keep pushing. I keep trying to find the thing the long way. The races. I think there's a closer one. Where is it? There's a closer one. Is it this one? Nope. I don't want to do any circuits, honestly, because I feel like it won't show off the car. I'll just do this one, and I'll go through. And next, I think I'll do this. I think I'll do this car, the Lotus, and then the Aventador. I think what I do now, and then maybe I'll come back and do the rest of them. But yeah, like these are pretty much the favorites. I think there's a couple more I need to add. I think I need to change it a little bit to go through, because I don't think it's fully accurate anymore. I need to go through and actually change, because there's some new cars that I've gotten that I really enjoyed, and there's some of those that I like that I'm like, I don't really care about that car that much now. For the most part, the ones on my list I still like. Like this one's one of my favorites, and it's not a hypercar. That was weird. I was wondering why the car wasn't making noise. But yeah, I really like this one, and it's really the main reason I ended up. I don't know what I'm doing. The main reason I picked this car is because it's really light, which I do enjoy. And this is why you would look at the road while driving and don't look down. But yeah, I really like this car because it's really light. That's honestly almost the main reason I picked it. And I made it all-wheel drive, and it didn't really hurt the stats. So yeah, I do like this. This is probably my favorite. This is my go-to sports car. I don't use really any other ones. The only thing I don't like, well, one of the things I don't like about this game is that for some of the other like car classes, there aren't many good choices. At least to me, at least looking at the stats, unless like the cars get monster upgrades, and I just haven't looked. Like I've been looking at supercars, trying to figure out which one I want to do next, because I don't really have a main supercar, and I couldn't really find anything, honestly. But I'm gonna do a little bit more. I'm gonna look a little bit more into them. I was looking for another one like the one I did, like I tested the other day, where I could actually change something about the car, and I couldn't find, like from what I looked at, the few cars I looked at, none of them had it. But at the same time, I'll look more into it, because I do want a like go-to. I don't really have a go-to supercar, and so I do want to go and find one of those. So yeah, I like this stuff. This is perfect. I think if this car only weighs like 2020, I think. I'll check, but this car is really light. Let's see. And it had good power, if I remember. Yeah, 2,400. Decent power and torque. It just, the main thing I dislike about this car, well, really, other than now that I see the headlight, now that I see it again, the mirrors look weird. That thing connecting the mirrors to the door. But pretty much the only thing I didn't like about this car is it just looks small. Like it just looks very small, which makes sense considering that it's on the lighter end. But it just looks very small to me. That's my only complaint about this one. So yeah. Well, time to see how it actually performs in a race too. And I think this race, if I remember right, this race is actually way shorter than the other one. Let's see. Like it handles pretty well, I mean. Like, I do want to go through though. Honestly, like back to what I was saying about getting a car that I really want to upgrade with like new engine and stuff. I'm gonna go through like like I was saying, I have the Skylines, and I did want to. I don't know what that was just now, but I have the Skylines, and I'll probably get a car that's like. I want to get a car that's like C or B, or maybe A, and try to upgrade it all the way up to S2 or S. I'm not doing a good job of showing these cars, but I do want to get a car like that and just ramp it all the way up to see how it does. Let's see if I can make it competitive. But yeah, I'm gonna have to look through and see what cars can take like engine upgrades and big stuff like that. I'm very interested. I would say that I like the cars that you can like actually upgrade better than the ones, or not like actually upgrade, but the cars where you can change like the engine and stuff like that better than the cars where you can't. To me, I just enjoy the customization that you get with that. But yeah, I definitely would recommend. Like, I definitely am gonna go through. It's gonna take me a bit, but I'm gonna go through and actually find some cars. But I think I want to go through. I want to go through a bunch of like underdog cars, I guess is a good way to explain it, and just make them like, I want to be able to use an forgot the word, underdog car, and just destroy other cars. But I'll have to figure out what would be a good one. Be the first thing first. And also, I'm curious about the upgrade heroes. Now I'm thinking about it. The ones that are like super hypercars, because I think that's how I found out the Aventador was even in the game, or was that cheap, was because I went to upgrade heroes and I saw it there. But if I remember, I think you could change the engine, and I think that was it. So I'm curious, and I don't think that's the case with all of the upgrade heroes, which is very weird considering some of them that are in there. But yeah, also I do want to try the car. I'm not gonna try to pronounce the name of the car, but the car that the Entity and GTA is based off of. Like, I do want to do that because it was an upgrade hero. If it wasn't that car, it was from the same brand. But I do want to use that as an upgrade hero because I'm curious what type of upgrades it'll get. So, yeah. Also, I thought this race was shorter than the one I just did with the other car, but it's not. I think this car's top speed is like, it has to be 200 something. It has to be, or obviously it's 200 something. I mean, it's probably like 220, 240, I think. I like it though. Just kind of small. Oh man. And that's how you finish a race. 10 out of 10. But yeah, I'll finish. Dang, the difference between second and third. Dang, it wasn't even close after the first two. But yeah, I'll do the Veneno and I'll wrap this up. And then I'll probably end up doing some research to figure out what car I want to do next. And I'll go through some of the upgrade heroes and show you guys and say what I'm interested in. But yeah, I think this will be the last. When it is safe. In fact, yeah, I'll drive the Aventador there too. I don't know if I've said this, but the Aventador was the very first car that I actually bought. When I saw it on the upgrade heroes, I saw it and I was like, wait, what? It was only 310, and then I bought it and I was so excited. Also, I don't do this much now, but I used to, whenever I bought a car, I would always try to get, whenever I bought a car, I got a car, I would try to always get a, this was before I started doing it, but I would always try and get a, don't crash, I would always try and get a, like, I guess livery, using GTA terms. It was like a livery of like, just a custom made one in the community, and it used to show me better ones, but I've noticed recently the last couple that I've looked at, either I just haven't liked, or they were like 1 or 2 stars. So, and I'm confused why it started giving me 2 or 3 star ones when it used to give me, like, almost all the ones they used to give me were 5-star. Like, I'm so confused why it started doing that. So I don't even look at liveries for some of the cars that I get. I just get them and then I'll just do something like this. Or the car that I did last video, I still need to go through, honestly. I've been driving it. I drove it, proper grammar, a little bit more today. And I really like that car because of the simple fact that the hood and the trunk are both in the back and they both open. I really like how that looks. But that car I'm going to go through at some point. I haven't done it yet, but I'm going to go through. I do want to change that color of the car so it's not just straight black. Maybe I'll make it blue. Maybe I'll add some blue or red, or I'll just make the car light blue or something like that. I do want to change the car in some sort of way. Yeah, like I don't like having cars that are just like a basic color, like straight black or straight red. And for the most part, I don't know if you guys noticed, but I changed the rims of the car to a certain rim that'll add some color to it. And I didn't own this car not because I don't know why I'm struggling so hard to say this, but I didn't do it on this car because I just like the rims. I was trying to explain it in a much harder way, but honestly, I just didn't do it on this car because I like the rims. Pretty much every car that I didn't... Oh, wait, I can't what? Alright, I'm gonna restart this race because I was really struggling to say what I was trying to say and it was messing me up. But pretty much, I kept the rims on this car because I really like the rims on it. And pretty much, and like any car that I have that doesn't have... It's a certain design, so it adds some color to the wheels, so when they spin, it adds some color between the rims and the tires. But I didn't do it on this car because I like the tires. I don't know why that was so hard to say. Like I was stuttering so bad because I was trying to say something much more complicated than just I like the rims. But yeah, let me actually focus. Also, it didn't let me rewind too. That's why I ended up restarting it. Not just because I was driving, but I did the same thing as the first time. Not because I was just driving bad, because it didn't let me restart and I really messed up through here. But yeah, this is I would say my favorite car at the moment. It's honestly at the moment it's between this and the first Lamborghini. Just because I like the blue on the first Lamborghini. I like how the blue looks on it. But I don't know. This is definitely my favorite though. I would want to go with this as my favorite. I don't know. Between the first one, because I really like the blue on the first one. But I don't know. I feel like if I need to go through again, honestly, and try to find a good livery or design for this car, and then I'll probably make my decision. But if I had to make one now, I'm just going to go with the Aventador. Simply because of 100% bias. I really like this car. And honestly, the retractable spoiler is always a bonus. Even though I liked it, and like even though in the first Lamborghini, I really like that spoiler though. Like to me, I really like how it's. I don't know how to explain it, but I do like that spoiler because it's different. It's like it's connected to the car. I can't. I don't know why rewind's not a thing. But yeah, I do like the spoiler because it's different. It sticks to the car, but at the same time it just stands out. But yeah, I do like retractable spoilers to me are a plus. But one thing that I will say, the reason I'll put this car ahead other than just straight bias, I do like how this car is way better in a straight stretch. Like this straight stretch coming up, I really can't mess up now because there's no rewind. Like watch, it's gonna extend its lead. Actually, that car, of course the one car that's right on my ass is another Aventador. Oh no, that's the Roman. Okay, so I did look up that because I lost a drag race to that car, and it turns out I think it's the only electric car in this game, which explains why it straight up. I don't know why I thought that was it's the same color. It's the only reason I thought it was the Aventador because it was the same color. But I found out that's an electric car, and that explains why it won the drag race, because that's what electric cars are known for being quick, very quick acceleration and stuff. Damn, I'm so close to a wheel spin. But yeah, I found out with that car. The only problem with that car is I tried to get it from the auction. People were selling it for $2 million. Fuck that. I'm good. It's a lot of money. But yeah, that's a lot of money for that. Also another thing about this car that I forgot is that the engine does this. It does that little noise when you let go of the acceleration. I do like that noise. I do enjoy that. To me, I like that anyway, personally. I don't know. And I've noticed another plus about the Aventador that's not really a plus to it, really, but I look at it as a plus, is that Aventador is one of the cars that or when you change the engine in other cars, I'm pretty sure you take the Aventador's engine. So I do like that, and to me that's a plus. But yeah, I would say the Aventador is my favorite. Probably the other Lamborghini is my second favorite. And then the Lotus is my third. And the reason why I keep calling it the first Lamborghini is I have no idea how to pronounce its name. So I'm not even gonna attempt it because I don't want to butcher it. And then I'm pretty sure that car just changed colors from white to blue. Unless it just didn't load in, I'm pretty sure it changed colors. But yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna go through some more cars honestly, and see. Maybe the list will maybe the top 3 will change. I might do a top 5. The other next 3 maybe cars that I like, but I'd have to actually see because I don't. How many cars I use? I have to go through anyway, honestly though, to see the ones that are my favorites. So probably change them some. I made that list a while ago, or I haven't made the list a while ago, but I've favorited a lot of cars. Pretty sure some of them on there are just there to be there, honestly. But I'm gonna go through again and see. Hey, I meant to see if I had. I'm gonna see if I have a wheel spin too, and if not, I think I'll end it. But yeah, Aventador. First Lamborghini, the $4.5 million Lamborghini, the Veneno, I think. Hopefully that's close. Hopefully it's not too bad. But yeah, that's number 1, or that's number 2. This is number 1, and then probably the Lotus. I don't know what the rest would be. Waiting for it to let me pause so I can see if I have this one. Like these are the rims too. I know I didn't show them, but like these are the rims. I do like these rims. Personally, I wish I could change. Well, I think I can change the color. I don't know. I wish I could change the band or something. I don't know. It's cool. I can't pause. There we go. It wasn't letting me pause it for a while. Oh, do I have a wheel spin? Oh, bet. And we're gonna start it on a wheel spin, and we're gonna end it on a wheel spin. All right, come on, car. I want to get a car from this because I think some cars are exclusive from this. Could have got 170. I could have got 170,000 because I think some cars are exclusive from this, and I do want to get one of the cars that I do want to upgrade one of the cars that I see from this, or that I get from that, because I think it would be an easy way to get the car to upgrade. And also, before I end this, because I'm gonna forget otherwise. Because now that I'm here, I might as well do it. I'll show you what car I was talking about that I'm curious about upgrading, but it just cost a good amount. Alright, an upgrade here. I was like, I'm gonna probably do the next couple off of this because I do want to see what like this can really change, like something like this, a C to a B. But the one I was talking about, like this, okay, maybe not a D, maybe not 100. Like this is what I was talking about. Like, I'm curious where this can go. Like, seeing the Aventadors here, the Murcielago, like something like that. The reason why I won't do the Murcielago though, even though I love Lamborghini, I've heard it's bad from a friend, but I don't know. I might end up still doing it. I was thinking about doing the GTR, or one of the GTRs. Was the other one not on here? Okay, I might do that. I was thinking about doing this one because it was epic. I might do the GTR. I was really thinking about a GTR. I might do one of the Skylines. I might do a test to see which one of the Skylines is the best. Might do another Porsche. I also definitely don't have a retro supercar, so I might do one of the Porsches. And like one of these things. Probably won't be one of the lower. It probably won't be a lower end one, like a Jeep or something. It might be something like that, a C or B, like something like that. I don't know. We'll see though. But I am curious in something like. Where was it? Also, it might be one of these, honestly, because they're free, but I'm curious in those. GTR, that's what it was. It'd probably be the GTR because I'm really interested in those, or the Fair Lady. I don't know, I might do one of these cars, honestly, like a Silva, Fair Lady Z, or the 4Lady Z 432, or one of the Skylines. I don't know, I'll see though, but hope you guys enjoy it, and I guess I'll see you guys next time.